Hi guys, the weather outside today is really horrible, so I thought I'd record another review video. Today I am reviewing A Letter to Momo, which is a 2 hour movie that was released in the UK by All the Anime. Um, as you can probably guess, the main character is Momo, and the story follows her as she leaves her old life behind in Tokyo and moves out to Shio, which is a remote island off the coast of Japan. She doesn't want to move to Shio, but she's forced by her mother, and she doesn't settle in very well to begin with. She just hates the place. It's too rural and old school, and she misses the life of Tokyo. Um, but while she's living there, she comes to meet some Japanese goblins, which are yokai, but in the English dub, they're referred to as goblins for some reason. And that sort of changes her view on the island of Shio, and slowly she moves out and learns to embrace the things that are around her. Um, what I thought of this movie was it was really, really good actually. Um, I think I gave it an 8 out of 10, which no, it could have been a 9 as far as I'm concerned. It was really, really enjoyable. The movie starts sort of quite slow, and the characters are quite hard to warm to in the beginning. Maybe the sort of first half an hour, I'm like, I'm not sure why this is so popular. But as the yokai are introduced into the story, you sort of start warming to everyone and think, okay, this is quite enjoyable. Um, it's sort of very similar in many respects to the way that Ghibli and Disney have both managed to sort of put mascot characters in the background that sort of just bring a story together and find something for everyone to love. And I think that's what was done really well here. In particular, don't know if there's anything in here or not. Those are the yokai characters. I'm not sure if you can see them. In particular, we quite like Mame, who they refer to in the dub as a snake monkey. I'm not sure if that's something that translates into the subtitled version or not, but he was sort of really fun. He was a bit of a dumb character and didn't really know what was going on, and that was sort of part of the comedy element of it. But yeah, those sort of three characters really sort of brought life to the film and sort of made you like the film a lot more and like Momo a lot more herself. And like I say, the sort of when they get introduced, the story sort of really sort of comes to life. In particular, there's a chase scene involving some wild boar, which I really, really enjoyed and thought was really funny. And yeah, that's about all I've got to say about that particular movie. Um, as far as suggestions are concerned, obviously, like I said, Studio Ghibli has a sort of lot in common with this. There's lots of similarities between this and Spirited Away or Pom Poko, maybe Howl's Moving Castle, especially in like the mascot sort of character approach. Also, there's a lot of similarities between this and My Neighbor Totoro, although I'm not as big a fan of My Neighbor Totoro, so I wouldn't recommend that off the back of this. Despite mainly recommending Studio Ghibli films, I actually think this movie's got the biggest similarity to this movie comes from Wolf Children by Mamoru Hosoda. That's about two people sort of going back, or a family going out into this sort of wildlife and learning the rural life with some sort of fantasy twists as well. And like I say, that's a lot more sort of similar to this. And in all fairness, I actually prefer Wolf Children to most of the Studio Ghibli works. I think it's a really, really good film. So if you really like this film, check out Wolf Children and, vice versa. But basically, check out both of the films because they're both really good. Thanks for watching.